Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be my review for Lightyear. This is a movie, of course, based off of the Buzz Lightyear character from the Toy Story movies, and in this movie, he's actually voiced by Chris Evans and not Tim Allen. And this movie was just a very weird concept. Like, I remember when the trailer first came out, everyone was like, wait, what? Like, how does this make any sense? So to make it really clear, the movie tells you exactly what this movie is in the first, second of this film. Andy, the main character from the Toy Story movies who owns the toys, went to the movie theater and watched this movie, which was Lightyear, and that's what made him really want to get the Buzz Lightyear toy. So you're essentially watching the movie that Andy saw that made him love the character and then go and buy the action figure. So hopefully that clarified what this movie actually is. Now, did it really need to be made? Maybe, maybe not. And I'm sure Disney and Pixar are going to make a Woody-based film in the future if this performs. But anyways, back to the Lightyear movie. Now, the way I want to structure this review is first talking about the story, like what it is and everything. It is going to be spoiler-free as well. So if you guys haven't seen the movie, don't worry. I'm not going to be talking about any spoilers at all. So story, then I want to talk about the characters in the movie, then the things that I liked and the things that I didn't like, and then give it my final rating out of 10. So let's go ahead and talk about the story of the film. So basically, Buzz Lightyear, he's a space ranger, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you already knew that, and basically his ship ends up on this planet and they can't get off of it, and basically the whole movie is just him trying to reverse that. That's all I'm gonna say without any spoilers. Now, the way that he does this involves time dilation. So you guys saw in the trailer that he's in this ship and he's basically trying to reverse time, and that's the mission of the whole film. Like, he's basically just trying to save the people that are on this ship, including himself, of course, and he ends up in the near future, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that just went wild, and then he has to team up with a new group of space rangers who aren't that qualified. Then, of course, they meet Zurg, and they have to fight and everything, and then, who knows, there might be a sequel to this movie. It definitely feels like they want one, but yeah, that's basically the story. Buzz Lightyear and a bunch of other humans are on this ship. They get stranded on this planet. They can't leave. He's trying to find a way to get them off of the planet and back home. Then he has a new group of space rangers and meets Zurg. That's all I'm gonna say without spoilers. So now on to the characters. Let's talk about Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Chris Evans. I thought Chris Evans did a pretty solid job. Like, he gave you that stern kind of like cop style voice, if that makes sense, because space rangers are basically like space cops. But yeah, I think Chris Evans did a pretty solid job, and I really liked Buzz Lightyear in this movie. There's just one thing that I wish that they did with Buzz Lightyear a little bit more, which was give him those like serious, weird kind of jokes that he had in the Toy Story movies, because he didn't really say any in this film. And I know this is a movie in that universe that the toy was based off of, so he's obviously not going to talk exactly like the toy, but it would have been cool if he had a few moments where he had those like serious, weird style jokes that he had in the original Toy Story movies. The next character that I want to talk about is this robotic cat named Socks. I had a feeling this was going to be a good character because Disney always does good with the companion animal style characters, and I just figured they were going to continue to do a good job with this one. So yeah, Socks was a great character. Socks had some really funny moments, some really heartfelt moments, some really smart moments, and overall was just a very great character to bring to this film. Next is Izzy Hawthorne, voiced by Keke Palmer. I thought this character was pretty solid too. This is Buzz's old Space Ranger partner's granddaughter, and I thought the chemistry between Izzy and Buzz was actually pretty good. At the beginning, Buzz basically looks at her and the rest of the new Space Rangers as like unqualified rookies, and the whole movie is them trying to like prove to Buzz that like, no, we can do this and we're a team. And I really like that dynamic, especially because Izzy was kind of like the leader of this group before Buzz was introduced. But yeah, really solid character overall, and I really enjoyed a lot of the moments between her and Buzz. Next is Alicia Hawthorne, which was that Space Ranger partner for Buzz that I was just talking about. Cool character overall, but she kind of got sidelined a little bit to introduce her granddaughter Izzy, and like, I understand why she got sidelined and everything, but I thought her character was really, really interesting and could have been a bigger part to the movie, because she does get kind of shoved off to the side pretty early in the movie, and she does have like little moments here and there, but I wish we got more scenes with her because her character was very, very good, and there was a lot of heartfelt moments between her and Buzz, and I would have liked to see her a little bit more. Now on to a major character in this movie, which is Zurg. Now, I'm not going to spoil reveal who he is, because it's a bit of a twist and I don't know if I really like it, to be honest. But essentially Zurg gets a little bit of a redesign in this movie. He's a lot bigger than we've ever seen him. The guy literally looks like a transformer. He is just massive, just evil, going after Buzz. There was some really cool fight scenes between Buzz and Zurg, but overall I don't really think the whole Zurg twist really worked, in my opinion. Like, there were some parts of it that I liked, but some parts of it that I didn't, because they made a pretty major change from what we've known about Zurg in the previous films, which wasn't a whole lot, to be honest, but what they did introduce in this movie I didn't really like that much. Now, that's just my opinion. Some people might really like what they've done with Zurg in this movie, but I just wasn't one of those people. The other two characters that I want to talk about are the two other Space Rangers that's part of Buzz's new team. One is an elderly lady, which I believe her name was Darby. I didn't really like this character. I found her kind of annoying, to be honest. And then the other one, I don't remember his name, but he was like a tall, skinny guy voiced by Taika Waititi, which, if you guys don't know, is the director for Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love and Thunder. I didn't really like Buzz's team, to be completely honest. Like, I liked Buzz, of course, I liked Socks, and I liked Izzy, but the other two members I just wasn't very fond of. They were just kind of there, you know? Like, they just didn't really have a skill set or anything. They were just kind of just two random characters that they were like, you know what? You're a Space Ranger. Taika's character I liked a little bit more because I actually found him somewhat funny. The old lady, though, just wasn't my cup of tea. I just really didn't like that character, and I just wish that Zurg got her. And then we never saw her again. I don't know what happened, but as long as I don't have to watch that character, I'm fine with it. Okay, now on to the stuff that I liked. So I liked the action scenes. I thought they were actually really well done. It kind of reminded me of Star Wars or like Halo or something. Like, the Space Rangers are essentially the Spartans from the Halo series. You know, armored up peacekeepers and everything. I thought the weapons that the Space Rangers had were really cool too. But yeah, the fight scenes were really well done. There was some interesting alien creatures and everything, and the whole Zurg story and action scenes against Buzz were really well done, I think. And the Zurg bots had some pretty cool moments as well. The other thing that I really liked was the animation. It looked fantastic in this movie. The cinematography was so good in this movie that some of the shots honestly looked real. Like, the animation that Pixar is producing for Disney right now is just out of this world. So that was definitely a highlight for me, just the art that was the animation in this film. The next positive that I have is the characters. I thought a lot of them were really well done. Some of them were definitely there just for a specific reason, and that was it. Nothing really more than that. Like, they didn't really show a whole lot of character development, but the characters that I did like in this movie I thought were really well done, like Socks, Buzz, Izzy, and some of them, like I said, I didn't really like at all, like that old lady. Another thing that I liked was that they kind of took a risk with this movie and made it like its own thing, even though it is tied to one of the toys in the Toy Story movies. I thought it was a really cool idea to bring Buzz Lightyear to like a real sci-fi type movie, and I definitely enjoyed it for the most part. And another thing that I liked was the pace of the movie for the first and second act. The third one, it felt kind of rushed, I'm not gonna lie, but pacing overall was pretty good. Like, I was never really getting bored. I didn't, you know, look at my watch and be like, okay, like, how much longer, like, can we get a move on? I didn't really feel like that, but like I said, the third act did kind of speed it up a little bit and give you a little bit of a cliffhanger. Not really at the same time, though. It just kind of abruptly ends, but that kind of leads me on to the negatives that I had with the movie, which the first one is that third act. It just kind of, you know, brings you to this really interesting moment in the story, and then it just kind of ends. And it's like, no, like, I want to see, you know, maybe another 10-15 minutes or something. But that's what I meant at the beginning of the review when I said that this movie felt like it was, you know, pitching for a Buzz Lightyear 2 because of moments like this. Like, it just kind of ends when some cool stuff is happening and you want to see more, and that's obviously how movie studios want you to feel, so that when the second movie comes out, you go and see it. But that third act was just kind of weird. Like, there was just a really quick fight scene that didn't really last that long, and then some stuff happens that was really interesting and cool, and then the movie's just done. And then when the movie's done, there's 3 post-credit scenes. Yes, 3, not 1, not 2, 3, and I missed the third one because it was like literally at the last second of the movie. Like, you know, in Marvel movies when all the credits roll and then the post-credit scene happens? So that was the second post-credit scene. Then there was another little part, I think it was like the Disney castle, and I was like, okay, the movie's like definitely done now, like there can't be something after that. So I left, and then as me and my brother were leaving the theater, another post-credit scene popped up. So if you guys go see this movie, just stay in your seat, because there is 3 post-credit scenes. Now the other negative that I had was the twist with Zurg. I didn't really like it, to be honest, but I don't think it's gonna stick, and I don't think this whole Zurg twist is gonna last because of a spoiler-related answer that I can't really talk about right now. You'll have to watch the movie. But if you're someone that also doesn't like the whole Zurg twist, I don't think you really have that much to worry about, because like I said, I think they're really gonna fix that in a Lightyear 2 in probably 2 to 3 years. The other negative that I had was that the story just didn't really feel that exciting, to be honest. Like, it just felt like a basic mission, almost like a side quest in a video game. It just wasn't that grand, it just wasn't that spectacular. It was literally just Buzz Lightyear has to do this specific thing, a few things happen along the way, and boom, Zurg shows up, and then that's really the movie. It didn't feel like there was a lot at stake too, because like I said, the main plot of the movie is like Buzz Lightyear is trying to save all of these people and bring them back home, but the people are like, I don't really care, like I'm just chilling here. And I'm watching the movie like, okay. I don't know, to me it just didn't really feel like the plot of this movie was that strong. It was literally just Buzz Lightyear wants to do this mission, and the mission wasn't that interesting either, so that was definitely a negative for me. I wasn't really that invested in it, because it was literally like one character wants to do this mission and everybody else could care less. But yeah, that's my pros and cons for Lightyear. Overall, I did have a good time. It was a fun movie to watch, and it was something interesting, like I said, because this is a Buzz Lightyear movie, not a Toy Story movie with Buzz Lightyear in it. This is his own solo thing, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I definitely think there could have been a lot of improvements that would have made it a lot better, but overall it was a pretty solid time. I definitely recommend to check it out in theaters, and I'm going to go ahead and rate this movie a 7 out of 10. It's not terrible, it's not amazing, it is just good. Satisfactory. So guys, do you agree with that rating? Let me know down below in the comments. And were you guys satisfied with the whole Zurg twist? I know this is kind of like 50-50. Some people really liked it, some people really hated it. I guess we'll have to wait and see if that twist becomes canon or not, or if it was just kind of like a misdirect for the one movie. Only time will tell. Also, just a quick side note that has like literally nothing to do with what I was just saying. Did you guys watch that Buzz Lightyear Star Command TV show when you were little? Because I did, and I really liked it. Just randomly came into my head right now. I might watch a couple of episodes after this review. So guys, that's the end of this video. This was a movie review for Lightyear. Like I said, it's a pretty solid time. I wouldn't be buying this on like a 4K Blu-ray or anything, but I would definitely watch it again in the theaters if someone just said like, hey man, you want to watch Lightyear in D-Box or something? I would definitely go again. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. I've got some really awesome videos that I'm going to be shooting this week that involve a lot of collectibles, so stay tuned for those. But for now, this is the end of this video. Thank you again for watching, and I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.